So apparently this game is getting popular again. Remember when we used to make memes about this game last year? We still do. Who would have thought that we would have a nostalgia trip back to this game? Well, whatever. I'm just hoping that this will make people forget about Fortnite. Because Minecraft is a pretty great game and I've played it for many years. The first videos that I've uploaded on this channel were related to Minecraft, and it's great that people are coming back to it. There are so many videos out there, whether they're good or bad, that have expressed their immense love for Minecraft. And to be honest, that makes me happy. So I'm gonna make my own Minecraft video. Welcome peasants. This video is gonna be about, you guessed it, Minecraft! In this video, I'm gonna review and rank each update of Minecraft. And no, that doesn't count the alpha or the beta updates because no one gives a shit about them. Just joking, but anyway, the updates will be ranked on how much they change the game for the better and how fun they are. And it doesn't include additions that I would find useless or unnecessary to the game. This is only my opinion too, and this is completely subjective, so don't start typing on the keyboard in the comments with your fat, sweaty hands on how my opinion is apparently cringe. I'm only gonna scratch the surface of some of these updates. Well, for the earlier ones at least. So yeah, this video will probably go faster than you would expect. Anyway, let's get into it. This update was revolutionary to this game. It marked the first step to the Java edition of Minecraft. They added this guy in this world, these blocks, villages, nether fortresses, ravines, enchanting, brewing, a food bar. They even added sprinting, which is really useful too. This update pretty much helped form the game we know today. And this update was necessary if the game wanted to move forward. It gets an 8 out of 10 for me. It added super flat, okay, this update kinda sucks, and languages apparently, okay, that's pretty cool. They added languages to defeat racism. That cringe racism's finally gone, hell yeah. Because of that, this update gets a 10 out of 10 in my book, more like a 2 out of 10. So this update added a height limit, iron golems, village zombie attacks, as well as the large jungle biomes and cats, and the enchantment bottles too. Another useless update, but since they added a jungle biome and cats, I'll give it at least a 4 out of 10. Hey look, emeralds and trading. They make villages less useless now, I guess. The ender chests get added and they're useful as fuck. Book and crows get added so you can write about your favorite hentai, and 2 cool temples. Better than the previous 2 to be honest. It gets a 6 out of 10 in my book. The Wither and the Nether Stars are a great addition to this update. Wither skeletons are cool. Beacons. Witches are annoying, but they're also a good addition to this game at the same time. Some more stuff. Gotta respect the anvil though, that thing is actually useful. You can finally change the difficulty, game rule, and weather using commands. And the addition of command blocks, which allows the creative possibilities of Minecraft to be expanded even more. I think this is a great update in my opinion. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 and the next update is even better. This update is one of my personal favorites because of all the redstone shit it added. It allowed players to do so much more cool things in this game that were impossible a couple years back. You don't know how many cool contraptions have been made with the hopper alone. They also added quartz to make the nether look less boring, I guess, and for some cool new blocks too because everyone loves building. Anyway, great update and probably my favorite one here. 8 out of 10. Horses and leads are added. Some horses suck, others are overpowered. And carpets are added? Honestly, this update was pretty forgettable compared to its predecessors, although I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10 for the horses. The update that changed the world. Best part about this update is definitely the new biomes. Mesa, Mega Taiga, Roof Forest, Flower Forest, Savanna, Extreme Hills, etc. Additionally, some new building blocks as well. Stained glass is a good addition as well. And this is the last update where doing this thing is possible because the next update pretty much destroyed that. Anyway, this update gets a 7 out of 10 for me. This update is pretty memorable because of how big it is. Ocean monuments are added, which are pretty great, but the mob that came with them is pretty annoying. New boss, I guess. Hey, sponge and slime blocks and some other blocks which I care less about. Hey look, it's Alex. Sheep just don't drop wool anymore, they drop food, which makes them not useless anymore besides their wool. Rabbits. More potions. Banners too, which are pretty cool. Armor stands, which are either very useful or very useless. Depth Strider. Enchantment functions are changed to make lapis more useful, and it doesn't take all your levels too, which is great. great, and barriers, the block one and the border one. Some people trash on this update because they removed sword block hitting, but this update is pretty solid regardless. 8 out of 10 update personally. Fun fact, I would consider this the last normal update for me, because a lot of the updates after this, except maybe 1.13, added a lot of changes that I would deem unnecessary to say the least. Some of the updates are just there, but others I will not like. The supposed combat update. This update is controversial for a pretty obvious reason. They essentially changed the combat meta, which is what we have now, and to be honest, it's pretty shit. You have these lame ass cooldowns, so spam clicking is removed. Not a fan of the sweep attack either. No more rotting. Shields are added, and while you can make them look cool, they're way too overpowered. Golden apples were nerfed too, and you can't even craft notch apples anymore. I mean, who asked for this? PvP was fine the way it was. I get their motive to like make PvP have more skill, but it just makes it more boring to be honest. However, this update did add an End City and Elytra, which are both pretty fun, especially the latter. Lingering potions. Fruit that makes you teleport. Frostwalker's cool. Axes do more damage than swords now. Dual wielding is pretty cool, and I've seen some people hate on it. I really don't know why. It might look like a mod, but it's actually pretty useful. And insert more blocks that I don't care about. This update is a large mixed bag. The fact that they ruined PvP for me at least is what prevented me from liking this update more than I do, but others may disagree and that's fine. It's why servers don't bother to update beyond 1.8 anyway. Thanks a lot, Mojang! I'm giving this update a 4.5 out of 10 for the non-PvP stuff mostly. So after those two big updates, you would assume that they would make an even bigger one since 10 is a milestone. But no, not only did they add more blocks that I don't care about, but they added mobs that I don't care about either. And auto jump. 3 out of 10 update, enough said. They seriously added curses, and they're pretty annoying ones too. Anyway, best part about this update is the Woodland Mansion and the cool new mobs that come from it. Unfortunately, I heard this thing is pretty rare. At least you can find them with the new exploration maps. The Great Almighty Totem of Undying, which is great for survival, but annoying as hell for the already boring PvP, and Iron Nuggets. Not much to say about this update besides the fact that it's okay, I guess. 5.5 out of 10. The supposed World of Color update. Achievements are replaced with advancements. They made the wool and banner colors more vibrant, I guess. You can dye your beds now, but the red bed is still the OG. New note block sounds for Grande. Stained and hardened clay is now called terracotta. And birds? What? The Illusioner is pretty cool though. Useless update, honestly. I would give it a 5 out of 10. The update Aquatic, aka the Ocean update. This update is also one of my favorites. They added nice shit, and an Ocean update was definitely needed. This time around, the blocks and plants are actually pretty nice looking. Cope is pretty useless though, and it kinda lags the game as well. But the shipwrecks and the underwater ruins, like holy sh— underwater beacons. Coral reefs look cool. Different ocean colors and temperatures. Magma blocks can spawn in the overworld now, and they give off this water bubble shit that allows you to breathe, but it sucks you in. Also, you can swim now apparently, so going in the ocean won't take forever compared to a boat. Items rise to the surface now instead of sinking. New fish food and fish mobs. Dolphins. Turtles. Turtles give you this apparently. Pretty nice. Hey look, a mob I don't care about. Well, sometimes I care. Because it could drop a trident, which is a cool new weapon, and some enchantments to go along with it. My personal favorite being loyalty, since you can put it on your— hey look, a mob that I absolutely despise. Like, why did the community vote for it? It is so annoying, especially in multiplayer servers where they're too lazy to disable it. Like, this update is great and all, but this is an absolute stain to it. Anyway, 7.5 out of 10 update. Pretty good. A village update. Seriously? Seriously? Do I really care about villages? Where the hell is my cave update, Mojang? In my opinion, this update is one of the most unneeded things Mojang could have come up with. Excusing the fact that this update is unnecessary, I do like the raiding stuff. The pillager mob is fine, but the ravager though. My god, this mob is the most overpowered mob in the overworld, hands down. The raids reward you with a ton of stuff. The crossbow's pretty cool, and I guess I like how the new villages look. To be honest, that's about it. My main problem with this update is that they added so much unnecessary and useless stuff. I mean, new shit is nice, but this stuff is just berries, more unnecessary blocks. Well, the scaffolding block is pretty useful, not gonna lie. Mobs that are also unnecessary have been added. Pandas and foxes. I mean, the new addition of mobs was fine in 1.13 because oceans are boring and they needed life anyway. They needed sea mobs so that the ocean can actually be considered a biome. The villages and the other land biomes already have life, to the point where adding more and more is just turning this game into a mod pack. Like that hasn't already happened. They've also changed the texture pack, and oh boy, it's a big yikes from me. The raids are the only thing I really care about this update. They seem pretty fun, and I like how Mojang made them difficult. Otherwise, this update gets a 5 out of 10 from me. Not the worst update, but it's not that great either. This game went through a lot of changes. This is my personal ranking of all the updates from best to worst. Again, it's only my opinion, but to be honest, it really doesn't need to be put into account. I try not to be harsh about any of these updates because I don't really hate any of them. Each update has some redeeming qualities. You just heard me say that 1.14 added the fun rating stuff, which saved the update for me. Overall though, the more updates there are, the more that this game could be able to excite people. A lot of the reasons why people are coming back to Minecraft is to relive their childhoods once again. When someone hasn't played Minecraft since like 1.6 and suddenly hops into 1.14, it's gonna make them excited because of how much the game has changed. Change for this game is necessary for it to continue thriving. And although the result of this is turning the once deemed vanilla Minecraft into a mod pack like feel that people, including me, question about, there's really no way to escape that. And I mean, some of these updates may disrupt the simple nostalgia of the game, but it's inevitable. More stuff needs to be added to make this game more fun, you know? Even if they are useless. If any future updates come, I really hope Mojang makes a cave update. Caves really need more life, and some ores too could be nice. This game is one of my favorite games of all time, and I would say it's the first game I've ever legitimately loved to death. And I, along with many other people, will never forget our nostalgic past with it.
So hey guys, RGB3, RGB2 here, and today we're gonna talk about what will be the state of Minecraft. What Minecraft is gonna be in the future, basically. I just want to give out my reasonings because people just keep talking about the state of Minecraft. Like, is Minecraft dead? Is Minecraft growing? Are people gonna DDoS Minecraft in the future? Is Microsoft gonna kill it? Like, all those stupid reasons. Right? They're just so annoying sometimes, and you have to admit, some of them are just gross and stuff. Like the Minecraft everything. I'm not going to